Hello and welcome to a new vlog and trip report, and today we're traveling with the RE6 from Magdeburg to Wolfsburg, and here on the map you can see our route today in a few seconds. We are starting early in the morning in Magdeburg, 7 o'clock. Shortly after 7 o'clock my train is leaving, and my train today is a Lint 41 of Abellio, so the exact same train like in my last video with the Harz-Berlin Express. So in this video we can clearly see that the Harz-Berlin Express is using the exact same trains like the regional trains of Abellio. And as you can see, it is the same train, but we will still take another look at the interior of it. As you can see, exactly the same like in my last video. So also this train has quite nice interior, comfortable seats with a good interior with a lot of features. We have good tables, power sockets, USB ports, movable armrests, and as I said, comfortable seats in airline style and base of 4, whatever you prefer. Mainly there are regional trains on that line, and there are additionally a few regional express trains of the line RE6 only in peak times. Our first stop is Magdeburg Neustadt. Here we can see an intercity going to Leipzig, and we are now following the railway line to Stendal until Glintenberg. There is no station in Glintenberg, but there we are leaving and continuing on the Glintenberg-Oebisfelde railway line. Our first stop on that line is in Barleben. There we have to wait for an oncoming train, as there is only a single track available on parts of this railway line. Then we are going through the stations of Meitzendorf, Großammensleben and Fahrdorf without stopping. Our next stop will be in Haldensleben, which is the most important stop of the line. The landscape is not too spectacular, it's a rather flat landscape, mostly used for agricultural purposes, but we do have a few interesting buildings on our way. For example, we will cross the Mittelland Canal 2 times. Here we can see a former windmill in the background, and we will of course go through a lot of stations without stopping. Here we have the station of Großammensleben that we are going through without stopping, and shortly after that station we are crossing the Mittelland Canal. Mittelland Canal is a very interesting river or canal, mostly used for freight shipping, but also there are very few river cruises on that canal, and I'm really hoping that in some time I will be able to show you this canal also from the perspective of a river cruise, but that will probably take a few more years until I can afford a cruise on a river like that. Meanwhile, we reached Haldensleben. Here we can see one of the former railway lines reaching Haldensleben. This one is coming from Eilsleben. Our train is also stopping in Haldensleben, as this is a rather big city, the biggest city on that railway line, and here we can see some interesting locomotives in the background. And we do have a few connections. In addition to the former connection to Eilsleben, we do have a connection on to Weferlingen and Helmstedt, and there used to be a connection also on to Gardelegen. Here we can see 2 old diesel locomotives. I think those are no-hub locomotives, and here we are crossing the Mittelland Canal once again. As you can see, quite beautiful even though it's a canal, so I think it's also quite interesting for river cruises. And after crossing the canal we can see the former connection on to Weferlingen and Helmstedt, still existing but not used for passenger trains. In Weferlingen you had to change the direction and then you can go on to Helmstedt, or from Weferlingen on it's also possible to go to Oebisfelde on a different route. From Haldensleben on, there are no more stops until Oebisfelde. We are going through all other stations without stopping. All other stations only can be reached with a regional train. So that means that we are now going for almost 30 minutes without stopping, which is quite long even for a regional express train. Oebisfelde is a very interesting station. That is our next station, as we had a chance to go to 7 different directions from Oebisfelde earlier on. Now there are only 3 of them left. Nowadays you can only go to Wolfsburg, Stendal or Magdeburg, but earlier on there used to be connections also onto Helmstedt and Weferlingen, to Schandela, to Wittingen and to Salzwedel. All of the last ones are not in use anymore, unfortunately, and this clearly shows how many railway lines used to be closed down in Germany, unfortunately. Oebisfelde used to be a very important station, and nowadays it's just a minor stop. Only connection for us would be to Stendal from Oebisfelde. So unfortunately not even close to be as important as it was earlier on. But here in Oebisfelde we can still see a few more interesting locomotives, mainly some more no-hub locomotives in a better state. You can see them here in the background. So at least for this, Oebisfelde is still an interesting station. Here we can see the station building. As you can see, quite big station building, as it was a very important station earlier on. Then we are continuing on to Wolfsburg, meaning that we are crossing the former German border between East and West Germany. And then we are reaching Wolfsburg, a main station going parallel with the high-speed line between Berlin and Hanover. In Wolfsburg I just had a very short connection, so here I'm leaving the train and heading on to my next train. That will be the topic of the next video, so that's it for this video. I hope it was interesting. Here you can see the name of the song and when the next video will be uploaded, as always. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please comment, like or share the video link, and if you want to see more train videos like that, then make sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video then.